So it was pretty empty racing weekend overall this weekend. I mean, we had F1 in China, where we have a new winner officially in the F1 record books. And IndyCar, for the first time ever, hits the streets of Arlington, Texas. Or Dallas, Texas, since Arlington's literally a suburb of Dallas. I mean, they literally have the Cowboy Stadium. With the race around Jerry World. And Fox Sports showing Jerry Jones on TV again, because that's the last thing we need in IndyCar. Was to have more Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones glazing. God damn it, I don't want to watch IndyCar, not another Jerry Jones Cowboy circle jerk. I already have to deal with this shit enough in the goddamn fall. I don't want to see it in the spring and summertime, god damn it. Fuck me. All I say to that is fuck Jerry Jones and fuck the Cowboys, America's most overrated team. I probably pissed off some Cowboy fans watching this video doing that. Honestly, I'm not sorry for that. But anyway, a lot of racing happened this weekend. So let's see what did happen this weekend. So, of course, we begin with the F1 race in the great country of China. As, of course, F1 is coming to China for the second race of the year. Of course, coming into this weekend, we have an imposter in the F1 paddock after somebody leaks some information from a private meeting regarding the drivers' opinions on the car regulations with the FIA. And this information got somehow leaked out to the media when it shouldn't have. So there is a rat in the paddock. All I say is if that imposter is found during the China Grand Prix weekend, all I say is whoever leaked that information, make sure if he gets found in China, punish him with the 10,000 lashes of death punishment in China. Unless he sings the Xi Jinping song. But yeah. And actually that is a real punishment in China. Look it up. But yeah, anyway, the race got off to quite a start to begin with. Mainly with both McLarens not even starting the race after engine issues. Like, goddamn, McLaren has really fucking hit the hangover after the championship last year. 2 races in and McLaren has really fucked the dog with the new on not hitting the regulations right. Hell, Oscar Piastri hasn't even completed a lap this year. Like, Jesus Christ. Imagine this, in just 2 races, you go from falling short of the championship after getting screwed over by your team's favoritism for Lando, the golden boy, to now in 2 races not even completing a single lap. That's pretty sad. But at least Lando didn't start too, so we can't even pull the F1 favoritism card out when both cars had the same issues. And there were quite a few DNFs in this race too. Of course, the race started off with both Mercedes on the front row, but Lewis Hamilton would get a great start and jump ahead of both of them because Ferrari somehow nails the starts for these races with the regulations. But of course, like in Australia, it don't matter how you start the race. It only matters how you finish. And even though Mercedes can start the race off like dog shit against Ferrari, they always know how to finish it well. And this week, Ferrari didn't even fuck up the pit strategy this time. As simply this week, Ferrari just simply got outpaced and outbeaten by both Mercedes cars. Like, the only real interesting battle that happened on this track was both Ferraris battling it out for the win because Ferrari chose no team orders like God intended. Honestly, good on Ferrari for no team orders between Hamilton and Leclerc. Just let them fucking race. Good to see that. I mean, the only other real action outside that was both Aston Martin's retiring and Max Verstappen retiring. Like, also, both Red Bulls had a pretty bad race because the Jar spun on lap 1. And then Verstappen DNF'd. So it seems like the second Red Bull seat curse is hitting both drivers now. To where Verstappen is really questioning if he wants to be in the sport or not. I'll be honest, I think there's a high possibility Verstappen fucks off at the end of the year to go endurance racing. I mean, Verstappen doesn't really have much to prove here at F1 anymore. But of course, up front, this race, though, was all about Kimi Antonelli. As once he got the lead, he never looked back after that. We even had a rare point in this race where Franco Colapinto ended up second, running second at one point on pit strategy. which that was a moment. And of course, Colapinto would end up capitalizing on that great one by scoring some points with a top 10 finish. So we have Franco Colapinto points. Interesting. But of course, up front, Kimi Antonelli goes on, and he gets his first career F1 win in China. So Kimi Antonelli is officially a winner in Formula 1. And it's an Italian driver getting the win. So honestly, congrats to Kimi Antonelli on the win. Well deserved by him. Drove a brilliant race. And I believe he becomes the second youngest winner in F1 history at 19 years old. I believe Verstappen was younger than him by a couple months. I know it's close between the two, but I believe Verstappen's younger. And before anybody questions about the champagne thing for the podium celebration, from a legal standpoint in China, Kimi Antonelli can have the drink. Because the legal drinking age in China is 18 years old. And before anybody says, but what about Verstappen in 2016? Actually, in 2016, Verstappen could have the drink with Spain win. When Verstappen got his first career win at Spain at age 19. Because the legal drinking age in Spain is 18 too. So, yeah, and yes, I did check the drinking laws before doing this video. I do my research, kids. Like, I know every country's drinking laws is so different. I know Canada's, drinking age is 19, except in Alberta, Manitoba, and Quebec. In those three provinces, it's 18. And in the U.S., the drinking age is 21. Like, every country's drinking age is different because there's so many different laws and regulations. But, of course, outside of Mercedes 1-2, we also had Lewis Hamilton get his first podium with Ferrari. So Hamilton's back on the podium again. And it's his first one with Ferrari. So hey, it seems like Lewis Hamilton's now gone back on track after that disastrous opening season with the Scuderia. It seems like Ferrari just needs to somehow be able to finish the deal now against Mercedes. But yeah, it seems like maybe Russell isn't going to steamroll his way to the championship this year. He might have a fight with Kimi Antonelli. Perhaps round 2 of another Mercedes Civil War coming. Time will tell there. But yeah, it looks like we're back. We're gonna be back to having Mercedes domination in F1 again. God help us all. And before we move on to the IndyCar segment, we did have some scheduling news for F1. As of course, 2 races were up in question in the Middle East due to politics and war conflicts and a bunch of other shit I don't want to talk about. The 2 races in question were Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. Bahrain definitely, since a U.S. embassy building literally got struck with a missile, which wasn't that far away from the track. And Saudi Arabia, well, it's Saudi Arabia. What else is new? So, of course, F1 had to make a decision. Well, will they send the drivers there and be Lord Farquaad and Shrek and say, some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make? Or does F1 do the right thing and not go to those Middle Eastern shithole countries during this time? F1 has made a decision. The decision is Bahrain and Saudi Arabia canceled for this season. And there will be no replacement races. So the schedule goes from 24 races to now only 22. Damn. So after Japan in a couple weeks, we won't have another F1 race for 35 days until the month of May when F1 goes to the streets of Miami. God damn. 5 weeks of no F1 after the season starts should be fucking illegal. But hey, just some countries are hell-bent on trying to start World War III. Sometimes I don't get society these days. But bottom line, no, F1 did make the right call. There's a time and place to go to Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. That time and place ain't here, Chief. Now we get to IndyCar. On the streets of Arlington, a new street circuit on the IndyCar calendar. Although a lot of fans have a lot of questions about it and some hate it. Mainly because it's another street circuit, when IndyCar honestly needs more ovals on the schedule, maybe actual road courses instead of a street circuit. And this hate came well before Fox decided it was a good idea to do another Dallas Cowboys Jerry Jones circle jerk on TV. We will ignore that for now. And of course, Dallas Arlington race is doing the two-sided pit road in IndyCar. All I say is fuck you, Dallas. Detroit did it first. Fucking copycats. But to the race itself, it was just a normal IndyCar street race. Not really a whole lot happened. I mean, the only real things that happened, it was mainly a two-car battle for the win between Alex Palou and Kyle Kirkwood throughout most of it. But Kirkwood had a better car. But Kirkwood would get cycled out throughout much of the race on pit strategy. Until the end when he would have a faster car than Palou and would run him down and then take the lead in the closing laps. Even despite Will Power trying to gamble on strategy and failing at it. Just in the end, nobody was stopping Kyle Kirkwood. As Kyle Kirkwood is showing why he's becoming the street circuit king. I mean, it's kind of an Andretti thing. Andretti cars have always been good at the street circuits. But Kirkwood has really been good at them. As Kyle Kirkwood, he goes on and gets the win in the inaugural Arlington Grand Prix. And wins in Jerry World. Or the area around Jerry World. They also race around Globe Life Park where the Texas Rangers play. Let's not leave them out, though. That dry, though. But yeah, he gets the win with Alex Palou and Will Power rounding out the podium. As Will Power gets his first career podium with Andretti. His first podium since coming to Andretti. So yeah, that just shows how good Andretti cars are on street circuits. Considering you had two of them on the podium this week. And now make that 5 out of 6 road street circuit wins for Kyle Kirkwood. See, kids, Palou isn't gonna dominate and win every race. He's as human as you and me. He can be beaten. Just some drivers gotta step up to the plate and show why they are him. Like Alex Palou the last few years have shown why he is him. But today, Kyle Kirkwood showed why he is him. But hey, good run also for Will Power after some of the bad luck he's had the first 2 weeks. So yeah, good to see Power back up there too. But yeah, so far, 3 races, 3 different winners. As Palou, I believe at this point a year ago, Palou had 2 or 3 wins at this point. Now he's only at 1. So that's already becoming a more competitive championship battle than last year. And of course, Palou is back in the running for possibly the championship after Joseph Newgarden had a rough day. I mean, that's pretty normal. Newgarden usually struggles on street circuits. Dear God, Newgarden is not that good on street circuits. He's honestly better on road courses than ovals. And of course, ovals, because Newgarden Oval King. But yeah, today in Jerry World, Kyle Kirkwood reigns supreme. But yeah. Once again, another great weekend for IndyCar. So yeah, that wraps up for this recap, and I'll see you all later and whatever I do next. Sorry, not much really happened in this IndyCar race. I mean, it was just an average IndyCar street race. Hopefully we get to see more ovals in the future. Of course, we don't have any other new road street circuits on the IndyCar schedule, right? Oh wait, that's right. I forgot they're running on the streets of Markham this year since the Toronto mayor told IndyCar to fuck off. Honestly, what a bitch. I honestly liked when IndyCar was in downtown Toronto. What a bitch. And of course, we also, I forgot, but IndyCar has that street race in Washington, D.C. And based on the layout we got for D.C., that race is going to be a fucking disaster. Thank God that's going to be a one and done. Hopefully next year it gets replaced with fucking Watkins Glen or some shit. And hopefully we get some more ovals on the schedule. But yeah, Kyle Kirkwood is pretty much the street circuit king in IndyCar for now. Unless Alex Palou finds a way to take that title from him. Time will tell there. See y'all later, I'm out.